work against the steel armor-clad soldiers, but what would the Emperor's guards be doing in this area? And Tana wasn't breaking the law. It was for the good of everyone that she found herself on the hunt for places of power, the sites where the magic ability stones formed. Tana noticed certain peculiarities long before she reached her target. Space had started pressing in on her, as if one of Scrawn's dark beasts was lurking nearby. When fog fell and dark shapes began to flicker between the withering trees, goosebumps ran up the woman's spine. She, like every other mage, had been required to spend 10 years protecting the wall. That's right, capital W, from Scrawn's beasts. Tana was very familiar with the influence the infected had on space, so she stopped, contemplating how to proceed. On one hand, the ice spike stone was proven effective against such foes, but on the other, what was a dark infected creature doing here, so far from the wall? What was its business here? Why hadn't it been discovered earlier? Was it better to go back to the city and call for backup? And this would in no way hurt her honor. Tana wasn't among the condemned soldiers who countered the creatures on the front lines. Her task was simple: stand behind and shower the creatures with ice spikes. But the doomed legion wasn't here now, and she'd have to fight the enemy one-on-one. Did she really need all that? To hell with Scrawn. A 10-year magic stone is too juicy a harvest to be afraid of some shadow. If it was something really strong, the local Baron would have sounded the alarm ages ago. But since there was no cleanup group here, she had nothing to fear. She could definitely handle 1 or 2 infected beasts, and there shouldn't be any more than that. Besides, maybe the creature would settle somewhere far away from the stone and she wouldn't have to fight anything. Tana would collect the loot and run back to the city, where she could report the new Dark One to the guards. That's what she should do. The stone would be hers, and then no one could say that Tana Dosk was a mediocre mage. Quickening her pace, she passed through the trees and into an open space, where she froze for a few moments. The sea. The last time Tana had seen it was 10 years ago, when fate had led her to this place where the natal ability stone was sequestered away in a hidden cave. And it was definitely an ability stone, not a support. She knew how to differentiate between the two. "Great gleaming light," whispered the astonished Tana as she came upon the target of her long journey. There was no trace left of the hidden cave. Judging by the heaps of earth and stones, something enormous had broken free from it, scattering the walls in different directions. She felt a looming wave of fear pin her to the spot, a clear sign that an infected magical beast was nearby. With a snarl, Tana bared her teeth and crouched down, preparing for battle. Even though after 10 years on the wall, she was only in the second echelon, she had been given a chance to take part in repelling 2 waves, for one of which she received the Accelerate spell support stone as a reward. So she wouldn't be so easily intimidated. It was too late to retreat. The creature had already sensed its prey and would catch up with the mage on foot in a matter of minutes. Her only choice was to fight, and she, Tana Dosk, would prove to the whole world that she was worthy of a second stone with 3 facets. There was a sound of grinding stone, and from out of the chasm crawled an infected beast, staring at the mage through 2 antenna eyes. The huge crab exuded a dark mist, infecting the surrounding world with the filth of Scrawn, and simultaneously had a barely perceptible golden aura.